So lots of you are new to the channel, would have only seen the sort of the Tirana stuff. This is one of my other vehicles. It's about a 1959 Vauxhall Victor. I bought it probably 8 years ago, maybe a bit more. And it came with the 202. Everything was just sort of sitting in there. Still had the standard diff and everything under it. So this is what I've transformed it into. It's Gasser old school style drag car. It's got a little half cage in it. It's now got a Volvo diff under the rear with the ladder bar setup. You can see there. It's got a Ford Crossflow, supercharged methanol 650 Holly double pumper. Makes about probably 400 horsepower, I'd say. It's done a best of 11.1 on the quarter mile. Front end, we've got a Morris J2 axle. That's actually the axle out of the Slug, one of my other cars. And I adapted some P76 brakes and Tirana calipers to it. I'm going to do a bit more work to this suspension to try and get a bit more sort of movement in it. She's pretty stiff at the minute. Got some Ford 14-inch Tastuned front wheels. I've got a set of slicks for the back for the track and some big ATV sort of mud tyres for the rear for when I do the dirt drags. Painted a bit of a Union Jack on the roof. Mate Ricky from Regal Signs did all the hand painted sort of sign writing. It's running a Crane Fireball high 6R ignition with a boost retard thing, but I don't tend to put too much retard in it with the methanol. It doesn't need it. It runs about 12 psi boost, I think. Just a little fuel cell in the back there. Just an aeroflow pump. Yeah, pretty simple little setup, but really fun sort of thing. So I'm going to go right through it. I know last time I used it, I had a bit of a radiator leak. Have a few issues with throwing alternator and water pump belt, as you can see. So I'm just going to try and pull all this out, just tidy it all up and get it right for when I go to Chopped, October 4th, 5th and 6th, I think, somewhere around there. For the Gasser Wars drag sort of thing on the dirt. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking thing. Doesn't really owe me a lot of money for what it is. And it's by far one of the most reliable cars I've had. Race cars anyway. It's got a Ford C4 transmission under there. It's good fun little thing. So yeah, I'm going to get stuck into sort of fixing that. Picked up some Tasman wheels that I sort of repainted the other day. I've got to get a new valve for this one to be right. So they're going to go on the front, and then I've got some 14-inch ones to go on the rear. I'll just get a little bit fatter tyres. And there'll be a nice little period sort of mag for that to put onto it. And hopefully this afternoon or tomorrow, I'm going to pick up a Trimatic for this car, which will go onto that engine and get her on the road. So yeah, lots happening. I just got to get stuck into it.